Leftists were out in full force over the weekend, ranting about how border agents had killed a 7-year-old migrant girl who died after being caught coming across the border illegally. And the lie detector test determined that was a lie. Hey guys, welcome back to Reality Check on MRC-TV. I'm Brittany Hughes. About 72 hours ago, liberals blew up with this story that an illegal alien child had died after she and her father were taken into custody by U.S. Border Protection. 7-year-old Jacqueline Kayal reportedly became ill as she was being put on the bus that would take her group of migrants to a nearby border facility. She was quickly airlifted to a Texas hospital, where she sadly passed away 2 days later. And before the first detail had emerged about why she had died, liberals were out branding border agents Nazi murderers for this little girl's death. Senator Kamala Harris, for example, falsely tweeted that Jacqueline had died in CBP custody of dehydration and exhaustion. That was a lie. Former Bernie Sanders press secretary Erica Andiola tweeted that Jacqueline had died in a border facility icebox. That was a lie. The Women's March plastered Jacqueline's face all over Twitter as their latest political prop. The Congressional Hispanic Caucus has planned a trip to the border station that handled Jacqueline's case and called for a full investigation into her death. But it turns out all of this was bull. Jacqueline's own father later told the Guatemalan consulate that he has no complaints with how Border Patrol treated his daughter, and that they gave her the best medical treatment they could the minute they realized something was seriously wrong. By Monday, medical officials were reporting that Jacqueline had most likely died of sepsis from an infection she'd picked up somewhere along her journey, which Border Patrol couldn't have done anything about. But now see, this is what happens when morons talk about border problems without understanding anything that's actually going on. It's why liberals were so quickly duped into believing that family separation policies were this new Trump phenomenon, even though they weren't. Or why it was so easy for the media to con them with Obama-era photos of kids in cages. Back in 2016, when Obama was still in office and before bleeding heart leftists gave two rips about children dying at the border, I wrote a piece for MRC-TV reporting how in one Arizona morgue, there were about 850 unidentified bodies of migrant men, women, children, and infants who had died trying to come here illegally. They're sitting in a freezer because we don't know who they are or where to send them. Where's the outcry then when children are keeling over in the desert because we can't be bothered to secure our own border? Here's the simple truth. Donald Trump didn't kill Jacqueline, and neither did Border Patrol. She died because her dad dragged a 7-year-old 2,000 miles up from Guatemala through Mexico, across the U.S. border, and through the desert. She died because she didn't have adequate food, water, or medical care. She died because somewhere during all of this, she picked up an infection from God only knows where that no one could stop. But rather than wait for that very reasonable explanation, Democrats immediately rushed to blame U.S. Border Patrol agents and label them murderers. These are the same border agents, mind you, who are responsible for processing up to 500,000 illegal aliens every year, who are constantly rescuing people from the desert and hot trailer cars and stash houses, or fishing them out of the Rio Grande and medevacing them to local hospitals, all on our dime, by the way. But liberals would rather blame them and use the body of a little dead girl to score political points than fix the problem that led to her death in the first place. And until they decide to put people before politics, the morgues will continue to fill, and more children like Jacqueline will pay the price. And that's your Reality Check, America. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page, like us on Facebook and Twitter, and stay sane out there.